Good morning. Welcome back in, guys. We are back at it. Hope you had a great winter break. We're going to finish up and get into kind of our last discussion, getting into Congress. We'll get into the Senate, House of Representatives. But today we're going to talk about them together as the national legislature. Okay? So let's get into this. Understand this Congress is our legislative branch. Okay? We live in a representative democracy. We elect representatives that best represent our interests. These representatives serve in Congress. Okay, Congress is that legislative branch, and it holds the most basic function in our democratic society. Okay, and that is this: it's translating the public will of the people into public policy in the form of law. Okay, so our Congress is designed and established as a bicameral Congress. What does that mean, a bicameral Congress? Well, it means there are two chambers or two houses. There's the House of Representatives and there is the Senate. So what is a bicameral Congress and why do we have one? So the reasons for having a bicameral Congress include three main reasons: historical, practical, and theoretical. Okay, so historical, our founders looked at it this way. The British Parliament had basically consisted of two houses since the 1300s. Okay, our founders were very familiar with how that operated. They knew the system quite well, and they felt that its adaptation into our Constitution would translate well. Okay, it's also practical. The founders had to create a two-chambered body to settle the dispute between Virginia and New Jersey, and these Virginia and New Jersey plans back in 1787. This dealt with the population of the states and how many elected members should be represented. As a compromise, each state is represented equally in the Senate. Okay, two representatives there, but it has a varying amount of representatives in the House, and I'll show you guys an example here in just a little bit. And then theoretical. All right, essentially, the founders felt that one chamber can act as a watchdog over the other. All right, neither becoming more powerful than the other, or members becoming more powerful than anyone else. So, when we look at representation in Congress, okay, I'll give you kind of a little chart here. Our most populous state of California, at almost 40 million people, has two senators, all right, but it has 53 members in the House. We'll talk about this more next time, but our House has 435 members. So California has 53 people in the House. Wyoming, on the other hand, is our smallest state in terms of population, 578,000, two senators, just like California, but only one member that is in the House of Representatives. Okay, so we look at population as kind of a determining factor for how many people make up the House. So terms and sessions. Each term of Congress lasts for 2 years, and each term is numbered consecutively. So the new Congress just started. It was yesterday. So it started January 3rd, 2021. It will end on January 3rd, 2023. A session is that period of time which, each year, Congress assembles and conducts business. These are two sessions to each term, and there's one session each year. Now, Congress will adjourn or suspend until the next session as it sees fit. Okay, if it needs to, it will adjourn. Until World War II, a typical session lasted 4 to 5 months. Today, sessions last a majority of the year. Neither house will adjourn without the consent, of the other. Now, the president does have the power to prorogue or end a session, but only when the two houses can't agree to a date of adjournment. This has never happened, okay? But the president does have that power. Lastly, we have something called special sessions. So only the president may call onto Congress to a special session. All right, this is in case of emergency. Only 26 special sessions have been called, the last of which was called by President Harry S. Truman in 1948. So this was to discuss anti-inflation and welfare measures to kind of counteract the aftermath of World War II here in the United States. The president can call all of Congress or either of the houses if they choose to do so for a special session. The Senate has been called on 46 times, okay, but none since 1933. The fact that Congress nearly goes year-round now, as opposed to 4 or 5 months, basically decreases the chance of a special session. However, if each chamber is not cooperating, the president can threaten a special session to get the job done. Okay, so this is our introduction into that legislative branch. We're going to take a look more in depth on the House of Representatives and the Senate and the roles that they have. And obviously, with today's current events, they play a vital role in our government. Okay? All right, guys. We're going to have a journal log to go along with this, and we're going to have a final project, which I'm going to introduce as well. I'm excited for that. All right. Take care. Have a great day.